Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we are going to be looking at your more grounded energies. And more specifically, I want to see what kind of burden you are going to be leaving behind and what is materializing next for you guys. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to start with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and then we're going to get into the Druid Craft Tarot to get some more information about these energies. And now please guys, remember this is a general reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate with every single one of you. So just take what is for you and leave the rest behind. But let's do this. Let's see what kind of burden you are leaving behind. What burden is Sagittarius leaving behind? Oh, the Medicine Wheel. I have to be honest, this card kind of trips me up. And the Beloved is at the bottom. Okay. That's so interesting. This card kind of trips me up. It's like, I kind of know what it means, but also it feels like such an expansive, such a huge energy that it's really difficult to grasp at the same time. But I'm going to get both of the cards out, and then I'm going to get into them more specifically. So let's see what you are, or what is going to be materializing next. What is going to be materializing next for Sagittarius? No, didn't feel right. What is going to be materializing? Oh my goodness, the Sweat Lodge. Wow, and I just want to point out we have 35, which breaks down to an 8. 3 plus 5 is 8, and 5 plus 4 is 9. So you have kind of a sequence coming out here from the 8 to the 9. Oh my goodness, and the Crow, number 13, breaking down to a 4 at the bottom of the deck. But number 13, as such, is the card of death in tarot. It's the Death card. It's transformation, even though I know it sounds scary, especially if you're new to tarot. It might sound really, really scary, but actually the Death card is a very, very positive card because it signifies leaving one cycle behind, something that is meant to be let go of, and preparing yourself for the new, clearing out space for the new. So, very transformative energy. And as I was talking about that, which is so crazy, I just, as I was saying before, I just remembered the sequence coming out, right? From the 8 to the 9. So you are kind of transforming. You are getting, you're getting yourself closer and closer and closer to the 10, to achieving something that you are wanting to achieve. But yeah, I do have to say as well, pointing out just what I'm feeling intuitively for you guys and what I'm noticing from the cards is that all of these are fairly like spiritual cards, fairly mystical, fairly like high level energies. So yeah, you guys might be dealing with a lot of like spiritual growth at the time, or your path that especially at this time might be very much like divinely guided, and I feel a lot of like divine timing as well, divine orchestration with what is going on for you. But anyway, let's get into them one by one. So I'm first going to tell you what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing intuitively, and then I'm also going to read from the guidebook as well. I feel like you have been doing a lot of clearing out of all these different areas in your life, all these different aspects of yourself. I literally feel that this is like all-encompassing kind of energy. You have been working on your relationships and how you communicate with people, what kind of people you want to have in your life, what kind of level of intimacy you want to have with the people in your life. I feel like you've also been working on your like career path, trying to get a very clear picture of what it is that you want to do, what you're being called towards, how you can get to what you are envisioning for yourself. And also I feel like the physical and the mental aspect of yourself, everything from like your mind, your body, your spirit, like, as I said, all encompassing. Like that's everything that involves seems to be something that you have been working through. And especially when it comes to any like traumas or wounds or triggers or like conditioning that needs to be broken down. Again, it's like clearing out energy, anything that might have been a part of like your pattern that doesn't really serve you anymore, stuff that you may have been telling yourself but that is actually holding you back or restricting yourself somewhat, ways that you've been taking care of your body up to this point, or maybe you really haven't been taking too much care of your body, all these kinds of things. I feel like you are just focusing a lot more on your overall well-being and what is right for you, what feels good for you. But more specifically, I feel what is right for you. And that seems to be coming from a more authentic place. But at the same time, because this is a burden, right? So with this, I feel a lot of healing. And I feel like it has been really, really tiring, really tiring doing all this healing. I mean, and it's vital. It's very, very crucial that you do that, of course, because as I said, there needs to be stuff cleared out so that the new could come in. But it is very exhausting. So that's the kind of burden that you are releasing. At least that's what I'm feeling with you intuitively. We'll see what the guidebook has to say. But with the Sweat Lodge coming out as something that is materializing for you next, the Sweat Lodge almost feels like, again, it's like this last stage of purging before you get into the new. This is like this is like one last final push. And with it being the number 9 as well, or 54, which breaks down to a 9, I feel that it's exactly like you are getting so close to reaching that 10, whatever that 10 is for you, whatever you are wishing to attain or accomplish. You are getting one step closer to that. And I feel like, as I said, I feel like this is the kind of last push for you, the last purge, to get everything out of your system that is not meant to be there. That is not meant to be there. And especially with the crow, I do feel that spirit is very much looking out for you, looking over you, sending you signs and signals. You might be actually like getting constant downloads as well, because I do feel a lot of connection, being connected to the spirit, to the spiritual realm and your own spiritual team, that kind of thing. Okay, medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. To manifest clear blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being. Enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you are still clinging to events from the past. Continue to the west and notice which relationships are toxic and drain your energy. Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion and show it? End at the east direction, visualizing how you want to live the next chapter of your life. It is up to you how much time you spend in each direction, minutes, days, or months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. So as I said, this is the burden that you are releasing. So it's so funny that like, well, it clearly worded the message or the energy that I was feeling better than I did. But yeah, it's exactly like you have been looking at all of these different aspects and all of these different directions in your life and really like scrutinizing them and making sure that what you have around you is actually what you want for yourself. So that's really powerful stuff. But again, it's very, very tiring. So I hope that you are happy to hear that this is something that you are releasing. But the Sweat Lodge. The Sweat Lodge represents the womb of Mother Earth. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red-hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs and heal disease. When you return humbly to the womb of the mother, you are offered second chances. This is a time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges and without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. So as I said, this feels like a last push, like a last purge, just getting all the toxins out of your system before you are able to reach your desired result. So, and again, with the crow being here, very, very like, it's very high priestessy, this kind of energy that I'm feeling with the crow. And if you're not familiar with the tarot, it's basically just this deep knowing and wisdom that lies deep within your core. It's your subconscious, it's your intuition, it's like your dreams that give you messages and symbols and indications of what to do next. It's like, it's just being in this more like etheric realm and spiritual way of being. So as I said, I feel like you're very much in touch with your spiritual guides and all of that spiritual side of life. But yeah, I also feel that spirit is very much looking out for you right now. You are very, very, very much guided and protected as you are going through this purge, because it's not easy. But we're going to get into the tarot, and what I want to see is how this burden is going to be released for you guys. How is this burden going to be released for Sagittarius? Oh, we have exactly 2. Yay! Okay, we have the Prince of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So the Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups in the tarot. Oh, that is so crazy. Stop it. You have the wheel at the bottom. So like, oh my goodness. Wow. I cannot believe that that actually came through. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. And it's again, all about like cycles. Again, the cycles of nature, the cycles of life, things like constantly shifting and changing. So I do feel that you are going to be shifted out of this energy, and you're going to be like, again, moving more towards like easier time, moving more towards authenticity and harmony and truth and balance. So that's really, really great. But we have the Knight of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. So with the Prince of Cups coming out here, I actually feel that you might be getting some form of proposal. Someone is coming your way wanting to talk. Someone has a message for you. For some reason, I very strongly feel that this is not you. This feels very much like an, this feels like an energy outside of you. And I feel like it's coming towards you completely out of the blue, and you are just so unaware of it. You are not seeing it. You are not seeing it whatsoever. So it's taking you completely by surprise. But I feel like the offer that is coming your way is going to put you in a position where you need to make a decision, where you need to decide what you want to do. I feel like it's almost like a test to kind of see how much you have grown, how much you have learned, and how much you are ready to apply what it is that you have learned. Because with the wheel being here, I do feel like it is a positive shift that is going to take place, that is again necessary and part of your journey, part of your transformation. But it is ultimately up to you whether you want to accept this offer, whatever this is coming your way, whether you want to reject it, whether you want to completely ignore it, how you are going to move about it, and whether you are going to go about it and taking into account, again, everything that you have learned and developed within yourself, or whether you feel tempted to go back to like your old ways. And it's interesting that I'm saying that. So for some of you, this could be someone from your past coming to talk to you. And like, don't be scared if you don't want to hear from your ex or anything like that. It doesn't necessarily mean that this has to be an ex, even though the Prince of Cups usually does come with some form of like love offer, or some form of like heartfelt offer at least, because it is the cup suit, it's emotions. But I mean, as I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can also be a friend that you maybe haven't spoken to in a while, or someone who, for one reason or another, you cut out of your life, or who disappeared from your life, or whatever the case may be. But I do feel that for some of you, this is someone coming back from your past, and this is almost like a chance for you to test how you are going to deal with the situation now, versus how you dealt with it before, how you dealt with this person in the past. So it is ultimately up to you, but yeah, someone is coming your way. For some of you, it's a new person as well. But for some of you, I do feel that it is someone from your past. Okay, and let's look at the Sweat Lodge. Okay, sorry, I just want to point out with this as well. I kind of feel called back towards it. So basically, whatever choice you end up making, I feel like you are going to make the right choice anyway. I feel like it's not going to be a very difficult choice for you, but it does require you to make some kind of choice. Even though, as I said, it's absolutely up to you. You can ignore this conversation or message coming your way. You can ignore it, but for some reason, I don't feel like you want to. And I don't feel like it's in your best interest, because again, it's like, I feel that you want to move forward. You want to transform, because that's the energy that is happening. Like you are looking forwards to new. And I feel that as you make this decision, as you deal with the situation, you are moving out of this more healing energy. So this could actually be even an apology. And again, as I said, it's up to you to decide how you want to deal with it. But this could be an apology. Someone who maybe like mistreated you, or who wasn't like the nicest to you in the past, they might be coming back in to either like explain why they did what they did, or they might be like, yeah, just offering you a second chance. Again, whether it be in love or in friendship or however, right? It could even be a sibling if you have like become estranged from your siblings, or from a sibling of yours. However you resonate with this, I do feel that there's some form of like heartfelt, sincere offer coming your way, some form of like conversation, and it is up to you to decide how you deal with it. And as you make that decision, I feel like there's you are like somewhat breaking free from this healing cycle, from this clearing out energy that you have been in. So yeah, and again, for some of you, this is a new person coming in to offer their love to you, and it's up to you to decide whether you want to accept it, whether you want to see what happens, and again, kind of surrender to the flow, surrender to the new cycle, or whether you don't want to do that. But anyway, the choice is yours. So let's see what the Sweat Lodge is about. So I want to see what this energy is going to bring, why this thing is materializing for you. So what is this Sweat Lodge going to bring for Sagittarius? What is the Sweat Lodge going to bring for Sagittarius? Oh, we have one. Oh my goodness, stop it. The 10 of Cups. What did I say? You are moving from the 8 to the 9, and that's the final step before you reach the 10. And you have the 10 of Cups. So that's what this is bringing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like, so even though, as I said, this is some form of like last purge. So it could be some form of like taking time out, again, as the book said as well, taking time out for yourself to really like soul search and go deep, 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 deep within your core to like face whatever is still left there to be worked through. But ultimately, the reason why this is happening for you next, the reason why you kind of need to go through this last final push, last final purge, is so that you could get yourself to this beautiful, open, vulnerable, loving, compassionate, it's so beautiful. This energy is so beautiful. Like, that's the kind of energy that you're moving towards. And it might even be with this Prince of Cups person, if you decide to take them up on their offer. Who knows? And I do also want to say that with these cups coming out, it might actually be some form of like water sign coming towards you. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But more specifically, the Knight of Cups is a Piscean card. But again, it could be any water sign coming your way. So that's just something I wanted to note as well. That's crazy though. One more, please. What is this Sweat Lodge bringing? Why is this materializing next? That is insane. Oh, stop it, stop it, stop it. Wow. Okay, so you have, okay, let me put those down. You have the Five of Swords come out as well as the underlying energy. So again, it's like, I feel like you are kind of defeating your own limiting beliefs and patterns. Again, clearing out any of the last final like gunk and stuff that may still be somewhere kind of stuck within you. Moving those around a bit so that, you know, we would have more space. Because as I said, these cards are absolutely humongous. So it's like trying to make them fit in the frame. But wow, I mean, guys, this is incredible. This is really, really incredible energy, especially with the Eight of Wands coming out as well. Yeah, so this is propelling you towards this Ten of Cups. This is propelling you towards your ultimate emotional fulfillment, abundance, happiness, joy, prosperity. It's like, I kind of feel like this is the Disney card for me. This is like the happily ever after. That's the energy of the Ten of Cups. Just feeling like life is worth living, you know, that this is as good as it gets. Like there's no going higher from here. This is everything you have dreamt of. And with the Eight of Wands, again, this is movement and this is fast moving energy. Like making, or I don't want to say being forced to, but I do kind of feel like you were being forced to, because this is, the Five of Swords is somewhat more like, it can be more abrasive, more aggressive energy, but I feel like this is internal. I feel like that's the reason this is happening. And I also somewhat even feel like this is, I mean, yes, this is you, but this is also like the universe and spirit. They are like conspiring, not against you, but kind of like with you, with your higher self, to force you to go into this last final like purge, state of purging everything out that has still not been worked through and that definitely needs to go. And as you do that, as you are being forced into this like last purging energy, you are being propelled towards the Ten of Cups. And I do feel that this might be somewhat intense. This might be something that you are not going into willingly. So that hence the word forced, right? That's why I feel like you are being somewhat pushed or forced into this energy. But again, it's kind of like, it's like a pressure cooker. So you are being put into this energy, this uncomfortable energy, might even be somewhat painful, might be somewhat, how should I say it? It might be somewhat taxing and just really, really overwhelming. But again, I feel like it's so intense for a reason. It's so intense because with the intensity, you are working through these energies quicker, way more quickly than you would otherwise. And as you are working through them, being able to release them more quickly and freeing yourself up, that's when the Ten of Cups comes in. And again, with the Eight of Wands, I feel fast moving energy. So yeah, even though the Sweat Lodge and going into this purging state may not be very fun, it may not be very pleasant, you may want to avoid it some way, you may want to push it off, or like there might be some form of resistance coming up for you. But whatever this like very intense last purge is for you, it's the last step on your journey of healing, like healing a massive cycle. Again, remember 13, the death card energy, massive transformation for you. Massive, 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 like paradigm shift kind of massive. Like you're just completely like starting your life over almost. And it may sound really dramatic, but that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. This is massive, huge, huge stuff. And that's why Spirit is here with you. That's why Spirit is here supporting you, guiding you, protecting you, loving you, because you need the support, because it is very, very heavy lifting that you're doing, energetically speaking. And it might be like physically taxing and overwhelming as well, definitely. But as I said, it's so necessary. The purge is necessary. And once it's done, you are being just like rocketed towards this 10 of Cups. And it's even funny that on this card, like you can actually see the person throwing the sticks, because normally on the 8 of Wands, you just see like the wands going, and usually they actually even go the other way, on the other direction, like this way. And it's just so funny that the wand is actually being targeted at this image. It's so crazy. I mean, I seriously, guys, this is so positive and I cannot stop smiling. So for whoever this is, if you resonate with this story, congratulations, my sweet Sagittarius. Congratulations. That's all I have to say, because this is just beautiful. And again, I kind of need to force myself out of this energy because it's so sweet. It's so just like I'm sucked into it. But yeah, you have a lot of great stuff to look forward to, okay? Even though you are being pushed and tested, this is the last push, okay? So don't give up. Don't give up. And get ready for some amazing stuff coming your way. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys there. I'm so sorry this was so long. I'm really, really sorry, but I just couldn't stop talking. So thank you so much if you're still here. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you guys. And I hope that it was of use to you, at least to some of you. So if you did enjoy this reading, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me. And also, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe so that you wouldn't miss out on my future readings that I do for you guys. And yeah, that's it. I'm sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.